So let's talk about it like panic, right? Coronavirus. I think for me, the panic that I felt was almost to the point that I wasn't keeping up with enough news. So, you'd be like, Italy's locked down, New York's locked down, California's locked down, this is happening, Tasmania's locking down its borders.
Yeah.
When's this next thing happening? Or stock market, what's happening next 5 minutes, next 5 minutes, next 5 minutes. My panic was probably driven by fear that I wasn't keeping up with enough information to know like every single second what was going on.
Yeah.
So then that can be, it's not something that's occurring to me directly.
Yeah.
But I'm forcing something that I'm fearing because it's, something that I'm trying to do, or regardless. I guess that's how I call that panic. So it still can induce that fight or flight, even if it isn't there.
But the one time I think I have sort of felt it a little bit was when, going on some forums, and especially with people who just like are on that extreme end, and they will just write stuff where it's like, you guys are not prepared. The end of the world's about to happen. Like, once the electrical system goes down, people will be on the streets. You think you're comfortable in your house right now? Wait till there's a mob at your door, and it's like
to steal your food.
Yeah, they just escalate so quickly, and it's like, with good storytelling as well, you can get drawn into that sort of thing. So that's why in like a good movie, a good story, you're like you feel yourself drawn into it, and reading something like that. There's sometimes where it's like, oh, okay, that's crap. But then there's times where it's like the guy's a good storyteller as well, and you're
drawn in. But I mean, that's
this one's real interesting. The satanic ritual abuse. You probably heard this through Sam Harris's one at some point, where in I guess the 70s or the 80s, especially in America, I think it was childcare centers. There was one childcare center that was accused of
satanic ritual. Oh, yeah, I did hear this.
And,
yes.
And so then it was spreading everywhere. And it got to the point where it would be like a police sheriff was saying, 50,000 kids are dying every year in the US alone from this. And 50,000 kids weren't even dying in the US, like
completely and totally. Yeah.
So,
no, I do recall this actually.
The experience. So if you've had an experience in something, it's probably, and if you can learn from that experience as well, you don't need to feel that same panic that you had the first time.
Yep.
Have you ever had a panic attack?
I think I have. It was a little while ago, and it was a panic attack in the sense that there was just a lot of things happening, like overwhelming amount of things. Like I had to sort of this, maybe like 10 or so things. And it was like, there's too many things here that I can do. I don't even know what to begin with. What's priority? And I was just like, in my mind, I could not think of, okay, what do I have to go for? There was no way of myself stopping it. And there's the techniques of slow down, breathe, prioritize. But I was just like, none of that was happening. It was completely amygdala hijack. And I was like, I just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And I think the way that I stepped through it was like just doing something, getting it over. Like I completely ignored other people, whatever it was, until it gets just something done and then sort of moved on.
Yeah. Difference between mob panic and I guess like hostility. So you can think about riots, and there's riots which have like an directed aim and an anger at it, and there's riots which are caused by panic as well. So if you're thinking more of like there's a bunch of people in a shopping center or something, and someone fires off a gun or whatnot, there's going to be a riot and a panic, a scramble to the exit, which is very different from the riot that you'd see in Paris with the yellow vests when they were rioting against like the police and the government.
Yes.
Due to tax and whatever,
everything else was happening.
Else is going there. So there's something like difference between like that panic that's caused by fear and I guess like the panic by anger. Just try and put yourself in a place where you can't make decisions, in a sense. So, because one of the worst things about panic is it makes you do things that are very extreme that you will regret. So that's panic buying. That's panic whatever. Doing extreme things,
actions that you wouldn't normally take on,
and saying things as well, like destroying relationships or whatnot because you're panicking out and you say something you don't actually mean, but you.
You're in the moment. It's just like, just want to say something to get it out. Yeah.
Exactly.